I meant to write losing feelings for my GF sorry. So LVE been with my girlfriend for 2 years. Things were good in the beginning, we were in the honeymoon stage. I know things weren't always going to be lovey-dovey and butterflies, but I don't think it should feel this way either. If I was to name everything and hit every point, this would take forever. So I want to hit key points. In the beginning we had our problems of course, but I felt so in love. As time went on I started to feel more drained, but I never wanted to call it quits. I always fought for the relationship. Honestly, in the beginning of the relationship it was always me saying let's just break up when we'd have arguments. Until eventually she wanted to break up. She said I was too mean when I'd say let's just break up, and she wanted me to try more. So I said okay, and I changed that. Fast forward about a year, we had gotten in a really bad argument. I can't even remember over what. Probably over how I'm not loving enough or talkative. My GF is a very family-oriented person. She always says how she wants her man to be close to her family. This was never the case with us. And just being honest, from my perspective, her family are very rude people. Especially her mother. But I know mother-in-laws aren't always the best, lol. We had a situation where her mom brought up another guy she used to be friends with and said how he's better for her than me and other stuff. She was cussing. I honestly could never get past that. It's always been on my mind. Since then, her mom apologized and things have been okay. But I just never felt the drive to want to be close to her family again. But anyways, like I said, fast forward a year, we had gotten in a bad argument. Please go crazy on me in the comments. I ended up proposing. Horror. I don't know what I was thinking, but I thought a ring would fix our problems. And it sure did that night. We kissed and made up, said we leave each other. But something in me felt weird. As the months go on, it was always her saying let's break up. And I'd have to convince her not to and make her fight for this relationship. It was always her getting mad at me over things like I'm not talkative enough, I don't express my emotions much, etc. So LD have to always tell her let's talk, let's fix this. There's so many times she'd say we're done and LD have to ask her multiple times, are you sure you don't want to fix this? I am so embarrassed to say this. Was I wrong to try so hard always? So eventually, after all these arguments, I finally told her maybe we should wait on marriage and just try to fix things first. She blew up, was crying, and she didn't understand why LD ever say this. I explained we always argue and you always get upset and want to break up every other week. She would bring up breaking up. It's draining. And I'm tired, I told her. Pretty much, she's upset and she tells me okay, either we break up or get married, and then later she says we can wait if you want to wait. And then she's mad at me as the days go by and she won't tell me what's wrong. She's the type of person that won't tell you what's wrong, she'd rather be mad with you and act a different way towards you. Anyways, she tells me do whatever you want, but I'm telling her to relax. So I go to Taco Bell and she asked me where I went. And I guess this got her so mad I didn't tell her I went. She was like, be single then. So she went to a part with her mom, blocked me, and so I said okay finally. If this is what you think it's right, then go ahead. So the engagement ended, she gave the ring back. I worked so hard for this ring and she just treats it like it's nothing, and that hurt me. So after a few days she texts me asking to talk. I say okay and we talk, and I just let her talk because I want to hear what she says. So she pretty much says she's sorry and wants to get back together. And that she's sorry and wants to get back together. And what bothered me was that she said we need to be better. I know I need to be better, but it's like you have been doing this for so long, so please talk about you. Is this rude of me? And she tells me how she told everyone we broke up and all her family, even her mom, said how she overreacted and I'm a good guy. So I ask her and say, is that the only reason you come back? She says no, of course. That bothered me a lot, how you needed everyone to tell you this to come back. On top of that, she told me when we broke up she went to see 2 of her old guy friends and how they stayed out late and had drinks and she hasn't touched a drink the whole time we've dated, and she said they didn't do anything. I appreciate her telling me this, but it's like wow, that quick, but she didn't owe him anything, we were single at that point, but it's like dang, in a span of 3 days single. After all this, Elle listened to my heart and accepted her back. This was about 2 months ago. At this point I just don't have the effort anymore. I feel miserable. When I'm with her I look forward to going home. When she comes over I want her to go home. I keep trying and trying but I just can't. I'm not testing her bad and never have, I just don't feel the same love. What she did when she left hurt me and it drained me. I want to keep trying because I don't want to hurt her, because she seems better now and really wants us to work, and it's always her saying she loves me and she puts in so much effort now and she never mentions breaking up now. But I just feel drained and I know what I have to do, but I guess I'm worried I am doing the wrong thing and I don't want her to be sad. And then I remember she never cared that I was sad, but I don't want to make a decision based of revenge. Because I'm not that way. If we break up IKR, we'll miss her. Is this love? I know she didn't always want to break up for no reason, and I could have been better, but I feel like I always did my best and tried fixing things, but she was so stubborn. I don't even know what I'm asking anymore. What would be a piece of advice you would give yourself if you were in my shoes? If I broke up with her, what more would you say I can do to put my best effort? I know it's bad and I should know for myself, but I always feel like I have to make everyone happy, but what about me? I know I'll miss her if we break up. Is this normal, and what steps can I take?